Here's the pitch. The Pitch One Show on KCOG Centerville. It's Wednesday night, and that means it's time to talk sports, and we've got about tonight. We're very excited about tonight's show. We're going to be talking a lot. We wish we were talking about a Big Red Victory, but I think we'll focus more on what's in our future and what we learned from last week's games. But all of those teams have really been on fire, so excited about that. We're going to be talking quite a bit about the cheerleaders tonight as well. Anthony Whitlow will be on talking Mohawk football as well. We've got a very big show for you tonight. We'll have the coaches. He is Matt. With her, Senior Centerville High School, very active young lady. The box segment tonight. Big show presented by Hy-Vee. We're out here in the Delhi area, and I've got my belly full. You know, Josh was surprised to see that I went with chicken. Yes, I mean, always a shocker. We had that from the chicken. That's roughly 622 shows in a row that I've opened up with some Hy-Vee chicken, and why not? I'm kind of trying to lose a little weight, so I went with the baked chicken, which is delicious, and then Josh tried to hit me with a cinnamon roll, and I said if I was going to do that, I'd have the fried chicken. I love Hy-Vee's fried chicken, but come on out, see us, get yourself a great meal out at the Hy-Vee Deli tonight. Take advantage of all their other great deals. Our presenting sponsor, Hy-Vee, we appreciate them, and we're going to visit with Josh here quite a bit about all the things going on out here at Hy-Vee. Of course, Josh helps out with the show each week, and Chad Kester will be along as well after he gets done with football practice, and we'll look forward to him helping as well. All of our sponsors include J&L Flooring, Northside Insurance, Jim Ireland Menswear, Chico Construction, Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop, the Daily Iowegian, Thomas Funeral Home, RK Auto Body, The Preserve on Rathbun Lake, Flower Teak, Cook Insurance, and Henley Dental, all helping bring the pitch each and every week, and Power Insurance with our Hall of Fame Challenge. I'm trying to think last week, who got that last week? You did, huh? So you had a good start, 1-0 in the fall, and we'll see if that's a sign of things to come this fall. On the show tonight, Cherie Lang will join us here shortly, and she will be talking about her group of cheerleaders. Got a great group this year, and we'll find out about all those things, and I think there's some competition stuff coming up, so we'll talk about that. That's coming up shortly here on the pitch. We'll grab a break. When we come back, we'll have Josh tell us about all the great things going on out here at Hy-Vee. This is the pitch.
Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appalachia County.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. We're presented each week by Hy-Vee, and Josh Price has a flyer there in front of him, which means he's ready to save us some money. Josh, what do you guys got going on out here?
You bet. Well, stop on Hy-Vee and check out our new Fuel Saver Plus Perks program, first of all. I think we finally got all the bugs worked out of it, and everything seems to be working really smooth. This is the same Fuel Saver program, but with the Perks card, now you have chances to win free items, use digital coupons, as well as huge sweepstakes giveaways. Also, this week, we started another new program called Aisles Online. You can go to Hy-Vee.com, and you can shop our store from home. Is what you can do. Anything that we carry here in the store is available online. You can shop for your groceries, and you can have them picked up. You can have your grocery order shopped for you and be ready to pick up, or we can deliver it. So there's two great new things you can do. Like I said, you go to Hy-Vee.com, search your Centerville store, and go to grocery shopping, and you can pretty much search and find whatever you want from our store, and we'll have it all ready for you. We usually it's a 4-hour lead time to pick up groceries. Any orders under $100 is $2.95. $4.95 for delivery. Any order over $100, whether it be pickup or delivery, is free. Free. Over $100. Over $100 is free.
How about that? So I can just sit there in my easy chair at home, pretty much, do the shopping. You guys will run around and get it all for me. And then just pick it up.
Yeah, you can pick it up, or we'll bring it to you, whichever one you prefer.
How about that? Well, that seems like pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I'd say this is a great new program that all Hy-Vees are doing, and we just kind of went live with it last week and tried it out a little bit. We're feeling pretty good about it, so we've had several orders come through already this week, and we're looking forward to hopefully growing that business.
Outstanding. All of that right out here at your Hy-Vee store. What else you got for great deals this week?
Well, it's the Labor Day weekend, so we got a lot of great stuff going on. If you come in here and buy 8 hamburger patties for $10, you can get 8 brats for free back at our meat department. Don't forget to stop by the bakery of hamburger, hot dog, or brat buns. $2.99 bakery fresh, and get 3 cents on your Fuel Saver card. We also have a Lay's potato chips, family 5-pack for $1.77, and Pepsi 12-pack, 4 for $10 for the purchase 4 required.
There you go. Now you're talking my language on the Pepsi 12-pack. Josh Price got lots of great deals out here at Hy-Vee. And you mentioned the online stuff. I want to remind everybody that the Pitch Sports Show now, you can get us 2 ways online. It's KCOG is online 24/7 now at KCOGradio.com. KCOGradio.com. It's very exciting, especially for Friday Night Football.
That's how I listened to last Friday's football games on KCOG.com.
You can get it right on your phone and everything. It's just real simple. And so spread the word. KCOG is streaming live 24/7 now at KCOGradio.com. Of course, the Pitch Sports Show is always streaming at thepitchsportshow.com. That's thepitchsportshow.com. We will take a break. When we come back, Cherie Lang joins us. We'll find out what keeps her more busy, being a cheerleading coach or having twins at home. We'll get to the bottom of all of that next on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann fans.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitch Sports Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full-stock pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
We are talking local sports and a little bit more on Hy-Vee's The Pitch. We are out here at the dining area tonight, and I invite you to come on out and see us, take advantage of all the great things going on out at Hy-Vee. Well, we're joined by Cherie Lang. She is our cheerleading coach, and we've got lots to talk about here. Before we get into all of that, congratulations to you and your husband, Ben, on recently, back in July, you had a couple of baby boys.
Yes, thank you.
So, twins.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Chad and I, Chad Lee has joined us now. We're parents, but there's something different about twins. I mean, you've got double the trouble, double the joy, I'm sure, but tell us about having twins at home a little bit.
It's a lot of work. It's very busy. Lots of crying. When one cries, the other cries.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ben. You're talking about the baby. Okay,
yes.
All right.
But it's a lot of fun, too.
But they're doing well? They're healthy?
Yes, they're
Good.
Healthy and doing well.
And give us the names of these.
Vincent and Thomas.
Okay. Now, I know Thomas is in the family. Is Vincent?
Yep, my grandpa.
Wow, so very neat. All right. And who came first?
Vincent.
All right. And who was bigger?
Thomas.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations on that. And I'm sure that you've got a very busy schedule. I'm sure that it's maybe nice to get out to the cheerleading practice from time to time. And
Yes, it is.
who cries and whines more, the twins or the cheerleaders when you make them do stuff they don't want to do?
That's tough.
So let's talk about your group of girls. You got a pretty good group here. It looks like, there's some, I was asking you about seniors the other night, that you've got some good leadership.
Yes, we have a great group of girls. They get along really well, which is always a plus with girls. And they work very hard. We have 8 seniors this year, so lots of leadership, which makes a big difference.
Can you tell us those seniors right off the top of your head? I'm putting you on the spot because you don't have a cheat sheet on you. So,
Maddie Mormon, Taylor Hendricks, Jenny Fogelson, Kimmy Butler, Emily Ray, Molly Hepburn, Colleen Boyle, and Alex Kelly.
there you go. Nicely done. All right, let's talk about your seniors. Do you have, at the game the other night, it looked like they all kind of took a little bit of turns leading away and hollering out and all that. Do you have any captains, or who calls the shot and decides what cheers you're going to do at any given time?
We normally give each girl one game to call the shot, so they switch each game. And we start with the seniors and then work our way down with the juniors and go that way.
And you have a good portion of your girls that actually are also playing volleyball,
Yes.
other sports.
I have 8 girls playing volleyball.
Wow. Okay. Now, have they always? It seems like in the last few years, I've seen more girls doing both. Have they always been able to do that, or is that something that's changed?
3 years ago, I was able to get that change where they could dual sport, and we were able to do that because I switched the practices to the morning. So we have practices at 6:15 to 7:30 Tuesday and Thursday mornings, so it doesn't conflict with their games and their practices with their other sports.
Why do you think children, young ladies, or even boys can do it as well, cheerleading is something they should do? I mean, give me a pitch on going out for cheerleading.
It takes a lot to get out in front of people and have all the attention on you and be yelling, trying to get the crowd going, even when the crowd doesn't want to be going because the game's not so hot. But it takes, I know every game the girls are nervous just getting out in front of everyone and doing it. So it's a great confidence booster and good for them to get out in front of people.
And you guys this year, for the first time, are doing more than just cheering at the games. You're actually going out for your own competitive purpose.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're attending the Iowa High School cheerleading competition at the Jacobson Center in Des Moines at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. And we will be competing against other Iowa high school teams against the 3A. So it will be all 3A cheerleading squads. We do the 3A because they go based on basketball.
Okay. And so tell me, other than your 8 seniors, how many girls do you have total then?
It's 21 total with varsity and JV.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And when you get, obviously everybody's together at football, but then when you get into the winter season, you'll have basketball and wrestling. Are there girls that do both, or is it set that this is what you're doing, one sport or the other?
At tryouts, they decide what they want to cheer for. So some just do football, some just do winter, and we have some that do both. And we go based on their tryout scores. The highest scores get their first pick of what they want to cheer for. So in the winter, we'll have separate basketball and separate wrestling. They can't do both. That'd be too much. Okay. But we have separate squads for that.
When you go to the competition in November, how many girls will be going there?
We can take 16, and we have 14 that are going.
Okay. Now, will you go up? Tell me about that. Is that an overnight stay for the girls, or?
Depending on what time we compete. So if we have to compete early in the morning, we won't get the schedule until closer to time. But depending on that, and otherwise it will be a one-day Saturday event.
And when you're not coaching the cheerleaders or tending to the twins, you're also running a business, running a tumbling business.
Yes. So I coach tumbling and cheerleading with my business, Sharice Flip Flop Tumbling. So we start classes on Thursday or Tuesday, and we'll get going with the new year.
Do you think that the girls that have been out for the tumbling and you now having this tumbling in town for a while, does that make you more prepared to go on to competition? Because I was in competition, you're going to have to do some pretty impressive stuff. It's not going to be just leading a cheer. You're going to be doing some pretty acrobatic stuff, aren't you?
Yeah. So they have different rules. You have to have so many minutes for a cheer, so many for a routine, so many stunts, so much tumbling and jumps. So there's different guidelines that we have to follow for the competition. And it seems like every year I learn more, so I push them more, and we're able to do more.
And as far as the cheerleading goes, tell me about your coaching staff then. You've got some help.
Stacy Zappadel helps me for football. And then Maggie Johnson is the wrestling coach. And Stacy and I do basketball together also. And Maggie's actually helping with football this season. She's driving the girls to away games in my place. So,
is there anything publicly that we as supporters of all of the athletic programs can help with? Are there any fundraisers coming up? Or are there things that you need funds for?
Yes, so we're fundraising for the state competition because we have to pay entry fees and getting the girls up there. We're doing the Seabreaths and Seabreathettes on the driveways again this year. We're taking orders, and we're going to start painting this Sunday, and we'll be doing it on Sundays. If someone wants to get that on their driveway, they can contact Ann Cruzage. She is the head of our parents group.
All right. Well, Sharice, thanks so much for stopping out tonight. Good luck at the competition in November. We'll, I'm sure, chat before then and tell those girls to go bring us some touchdowns this Friday night.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Sharice. Sharice Lang is our head cheerleading coach, and we appreciate her stopping out tonight. Well, next, we're going to visit with one of her cheerleaders, a young lady that is a dual sport athlete, because she's also a part of this volleyball team that put one on Davis County last night, Chad. That wasn't a sure hit them.
Oh, no, and for the most part, they kind of dominated the whole match. They made me a little nervous there at Game 3. They had a 10-point lead with only 1 point to go before the game was over, and they kind of let them back in a little bit. But they got the job done, 3-0, and got out of there. So it's a nice win for the volleyball team. Keep rolling.
Certainly off to a great start. We will visit with Maddie Mormon next. She's a member of that team and of the cheerleading squad. So we'll find out how she gets all that done and ask her a whole lot of tough questions next on Hy-Vee's The Pit.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that Jim Ireland Menswear on the Square in Centerville has a nice selection of Big Reds, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and even UNI apparel? That's right. If you're looking to show your team spirit, check out Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. You'll find golf shirts, jackets, caps, and sweatshirts, all with your favorite team logos, and all at Jim Ireland Menswear. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. Open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Fridays, 9 to 7, and Saturdays, 9 to 5.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh-cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
Nothing brings out the warmth and style of your home like new flooring. J&L Flooring in Centerville is family-owned and operated, and they're located on the east side of the Centerville Square. Give them a call today at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. J&L Floor Covering carries a complete line of floor coverings at the most competitive prices, and they hire only the most qualified professional installers. Call J&L Flooring today at 641-856-6331. That's 856-6331.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. Russ Hooker, the Hall of Famer Chad Lee is in. Found your role, Chad, so one of these breaks you can... Found you $1. Found you $1. How was practice tonight? Kind of warm out there.
A little bit warm, but we fought through it, and we kind of gave the boys a break with the heat this week. We only went helmets and shoulder pads, but we got stuff done and got stuff accomplished. Still did a little bit of hitting and stuff, but we just want to keep the boys' legs as fresh as possible.
And injury-wise, last week was a tough week. It does sound like the latest word I know on O'Brien Cowan is going to be out at least this week, right, with the concussion?
At least this week, and it's looking like probably 2 weeks for Breyer, and then it kind of looks like, from what I heard tonight, Trey might be done for pretty much most of the season. He might be able to make it back for playoffs, but we'll see. That's one of those things, you don't want to push it too hard too fast and have the boy mess something up seriously. So
his is a knee injury.
MRI,
was a
MCL.
Full tear in the MCL. Yeah. That's something, I'm not a doctor, and I didn't stay at a Hilton last night, or Holiday Inn, but I understand that's really not typically something they're going to do surgery on. That's something that just has to heal and rehab.
That's my understanding, yeah.
So we wish him the best. And now Nathan Grothe should be good to go. Just let him play into the pain.
Right, and we've done some stuff with Nate. He's got a brace and stuff. His shoulder actually popped out, and he said it popped back in during the game. He went back into the game, but it's something that he's predominantly just going to play defense this week instead of going both ways for us. Just for the simple fact that we don't want to mess up that shoulder, because if he hurts that shoulder, it's no good for either side of the ball. So there's no point in having him go both ways and miss him on both sides of the ball. So
a little banged up, a little match unit out there, but Trent Vogel's
ankle's back. He was back tonight. Bryce Cardani was back tonight practicing. So hopefully we get a couple guys back. But yeah, with Breyer and Trey gone, not only were they our starting outside linebackers, they were also our starting running backs. So
So we've got some holes to fill this week.
Next man up.
Well, maybe Maddie Mormon will put on. Maybe we get her.
Hell, we don't want to hurt her ankle again. So.
All right, it's time for our In the Box segment where we meet one of our student guests, always upperclassmen. Our In the Box segment is brought to you by Northside Insurance in Centerville. Calling me Gunner and the crew at 856-3333. And we're excited tonight. Maddie Mormon joins us. She's a senior at Centerville High School. Maddie, thanks for stopping out. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, no problem. I'm a senior, of course, and I've been in the Centerville School District my whole life. And my parents are Deanna and Bill Mormon. And my grandparents are Deborah and Don Davidson. That's
okay. I know you fairly well. I know you have some brothers.
Yeah.
I know you have a couple of them.
I have an older brother, Garrett Mormon. He's been pretty well known for his sports here, and he's at Drake University right now studying pharmacy.
Okay.
And then I have a younger brother, Drennan. He's going to be in 3rd grade, I think. And he's pretty well involved in athletics and everything.
Well, school has started, so he is. It's not kind of he is.
He is.
I see you have a lot of nice conversations with him.
We talk a lot.
Yes, obviously. So he's younger than you. So is he young?
Yeah.
Is he young enough that he's just your cute little brother, or is he old enough to be in the way sometimes?
Oh, he's for sure annoying.
Yeah.
He's never really cute.
So he's doing his job as a little brother.
Yeah, but sometimes I come home from games and I get a little frustrated, and he's there to try to pep talk me.
Well, there you go.
So I don't know where he's getting some of his pep talk at, but they're not very good.
Well, probably because I know Coach Brian Hodges would be your uncle, and it's Drennan's probably with him, and he's probably getting that coach's pep talk, trying to fire you up, bring you back around.
So Ryan's a little better at it than Drennan is.
Well, right. So Drennan's still learning. Think how good he's going to be when he's going to be a coach someday. He's going to be good at it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, so you're a busy girl. I mean,
oh gosh, yeah.
Tell me about all the extracurricular activities.
Okay, well, I'm in volleyball and cheerleading, and now the high school has a drill team, and so I'm trying to join that because I've always wanted to dance. And then I have church on the side of that, and then I work at Jen's Trends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what do you do there?
I put people in the tanning beds, and I take appointments and stuff like that, and clean.
Okay. I was going to say, you're not chopping hair or anything, anything like that.
Some people do come in and ask if I can cut hair, like, if you want a bald spot, I mean, I can give it to you.
You could cut Chad, sure. Oh, surely. It's easy to flippers out and shave it up.
Yeah, I could even put a little design in it.
Sure. Yeah. We'll stay with that. Okay, so let's talk volleyball and cheerleading because that's what's going on right now. Yeah. And I want to get to the volleyball because you got the whole town buzzing about this stuff. But the cheerleading, Cherie was on, your coach, and talking about the competition. Now, are you one of the ones that will be going to the competition?
Yes, I will be.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it because they've never done it before. And it seems like a pretty unique experience. So.
Are you working on, like, is that part of what you're working on each day is getting ready, or is it, are we at that point yet? Is that started as far as you're already working on your routines?
We're mainly working on our homecoming routine right now.
Okay.
And that's going to be a lot better than the past years. We've hired a professional guy to come in and teach it to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot cooler than it has been in the past, hopefully.
You know, I assume that you're doing that because it's Chad and I's 25th.
Yes, of course.
So you're like, well, we got to do something special for Russ and Chad's 25th.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You'll be there this year, right?
I planning on being there this year. Yeah, I'm going to sneak away from the store and come on up and listen to our buddy Ariel Bennett.
Yes.
Talk about things.
And watch the cheerleaders. That's right. Do their new routine. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk volleyball. I mean, I think everybody's smiling today because you guys, not only did you beat Davis County, you skunked them. I mean, you 3-0. That's, how good did that feel?
Oh, it felt awesome. Last year, we could hang with them, but we just could never get them because they had Birchmeyer, and she was just a good hitter. But they lost her this year, so we feel like we have to come hard, and we are such better team this year. So we came in and just killed them.
Take us into the locker room beforehand and give us a little bit of what Coach Hill, I mean, he had to be pumped did he be, even before and even probably more so after? But take us before the match and how excited and pumped and how much adrenaline was flowing from that guy.
He was just like, we got to come out there and kill him. But he was more like, I can tell you guys have a lot of energy right now. So he sent us into the locker room, and we had these little chants that we do in there. And we were just screaming and yelling in there. It was pretty fun to be back into that.
So then you come out and you take care of business. I mean, three and done. So then take us into the locker room after it's over and that scene a little bit.
Oh, after it was over, we were coming in screaming, jumping all over each other, we're taking pictures, and and I think the other team was in the locker room next to us. So they were probably like, "You guys just." We were probably not very happy.
How about Coach Hill afterwards? I'm matching he
was excited. But of course, Hill is ready to come back into it today at practice and get at it, and get ready for our game against Knoxville next Tuesday. And that'll be our senior night.
Oh,
that night.
And you got a match at home tomorrow night again.
Yes, that's it.
Well, maybe not highly touted conference. And is there any fear? Has he talked to you about no time for a letdown?
Yes, he said he wants us to go in hard and just slam it down their throats and not hold back. We sometimes have a tendency, if it's a slower paced team, we kind of bring it down a little bit with them. But he's wanting us to stay up to our level of playing and play hard.
So this past weekend you were at Grinnell.
Mm-hmm.
So and did really well there.
Yeah.
You girls were really getting it done.
There was a 4th ranked team in 4A there. And we didn't start off very well against them, but then we switched some things around and we got in there and we played hard. We pushed them all the way to 19-21. And we almost had that match. And then the game after that, we were just tired and sluggish. And so we came out with 2 wins out of 4 games that we played, which was pretty good. And they were tough teams.
Yeah, that's a good competition. And so you guys now, just a couple of losses, you would be, you had how many wins that first time of year?
Yeah, we're 7-2 right now, and last year we only had a total of 10 wins, so we're
pretty good shape.
Pretty good right now.
Okay, so other than sports, and you talked about you're active with church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, last year we usually did some youth group sessions. That hasn't really started up yet, but I sometimes go in occasionally and help with the nursery. And I help out when Elizabeth Sells can't.
So what other things other than that are you interested in? If you're not doing sports, you're not doing the church stuff, what might we find Maddie Bornman doing?
I have student council things to do. I am head of the courtesy committee who runs the reception after Pep Chapel. So I have a lot of things to order and set up. And then this year, I'm also taking a lot of Indian Hills online college classes to help me out with my college life later. And so I'm at home doing those on my computer.
And what do you see college life being to you? You're a senior, your time, so this is the big final year. What are you going to do when you grow up?
I want to be a dental hygienist.
Okay.
So I'm planning on going to Hawkeye Community College up at UNI and getting my degree in that.
Are you a Hawkeye or Cyclone by nature?
Oh, I'd have to say Hawkeye, probably.
Good. Yeah, she had to think about that, yeah. Okay, so now you talked about doing the big routine for homecoming. What about the homecoming dance? Will you be attending that?
Yes.
Do you have a date?
Yes, Jake Hargrave is my date.
Okay. And you got your outfit and everything picked out, or have we done that yet?
I had a dress picked out, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
But then we looked at it into it further, and it's coming from China.
Oh.
So it won't be here till August 19th, and the dance is August 10th. October 10th is what I meant.
Maybe you could get them to push the dance back or something.
Yeah, we can see that.
Push it
For
back.
my dress?
Yes. Man.
I think they can do that.
So now what do we do? Now what?
I had to search for another dress, and of course none of them live up to the dress that I found, but gonna have to let that one go. Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
So now, because you have to have a dress, and then I assume your date has to, you get to pick the colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not worse, and then the date has to just.
Yeah, I'm trying to go for it to where Jake has to wear pink.
Oh, aren't you a nice gal?
Yeah.
Yeah. That shakes me, Jay. Oh, I know. That shakes. You wouldn't be able to dance at all. I don't know what I do. No, because that's athletic. I can handle pink, but I just don't think it's a sporting color. So I'd have to sit on the side and watch. I think the best I can do on that. So, okay, Matty Mormon is our In the Box segment tonight. Let's talk. We talked a little about your younger brother. Let's talk about Garrett. He's up at Drake and all that. He's very athletic. Get you guys a little bit closer in age. So talk to me about that relationship. Is he a protective brother, or is he doing whatever you want?
He's a little bit of both. A lot of the guys in his grade, like I'm friends with, like they have some younger sisters, and I'm friends with them. And so he'll just always mess with them, be like, hey, don't talk to my younger sister or anything like that. And he'll help me out with sports sometimes, and he'll push me to be my best. And then other times he gets on my nerves like no other, but I still love him.
Now, do you do the same with your friends? Do you tell them to stay away from your brother, or?
Oh, gosh, yes. When I say he's cute, I'm like, you guys are blind.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
All right. Before we get to your 5 fast questions, I don't think that we could possibly bring you on the show and visit with you without at least mentioning your grandpa, Donald, who might be one of the craziest guys I know.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me what it's like to be Don Davison's grandson.
Oh, it's something else. Lately, he's been growing out his beard. He's a biker, so he likes to have his beard, and he has my grandma braid it. So he had these 2 braids on his beard. But then...
That's double.
And then at Pride Night, he came up to me and tapped me, and I turned around, and I'm like, who is this man? And he shaved his beard.
Oh.
I did not recognize him at all. But he's a guy, kind of guy that'll go up and talk to anyone, and you're like, how do you know this person? But he basically knows everyone in Centerville.
All right, it is time now for your 5 fast questions, and we will be providing Maddie with a free 6-inch sub from Subway tonight. Coming up on the show, Subway, eat fresh. Okay, now be careful. This is where people get themselves in trouble sometimes. Okay, who's the funniest person you know who always makes you laugh?
Oh, Ryan Hodges, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does some wacky stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He dresses wacky sometimes for no reason at all.
Yep, that too.
That's weird. Give me your celebrity dream date.
I would have to say Zac Efron would have to take me out on the lake on a boat and just have that whole day.
She's got it all planned. She's thought this through. Normally we just get a name. She's got activities and everything, and we'll have a nice Italian meal.
Yep.
What's your best quality?
My grandma tells me this a lot, that I'm always peppy, and I think of on the optimistic side of things.
Okay. That's a good way to be.
Yeah.
I try to be optimistic, but I know it never is going to work. So. Okay, give me a place you'd like to visit.
Australia, because I like their accents. I think it'd be cool.
All right. And finally, who's the best cook you know?
My grandma, for sure.
Grandma Debbie?
Yep, my grandma Debbie. She cooks a lot. Oh, but then there's my Aunt Danielle. She is good at dessert. If you're going with the dessert side, it's my Aunt Danielle. And then if you're going with, like, the actual, like, food side, then it's probably my grandma.
So you have Grandma make the meal, and then Danny
makes the dessert.
Now, where does your mother fit in? Is this going to upset your mother at all? I mean, is she going to be out? Is she out there right now listening?
Yeah. She's a good cook. But when it comes to grilling, she usually burns it. And that's when my dad steps in and grills.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you have your dream date with Zac Efron, you're going to have Grandma do the cooking.
Yep. And then Danny makes us a nice cake.
Take it all out on the boat on the lake.
There we go.
There you go. Matty Mormon, you are officially out of the box. Thanks so much for stopping out.
Thank you.
This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann can.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitch Sports Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. Lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full-stocked pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
This is the pitch on KCOG Centerville, presented by Hy-Vee, where you can do all your shopping online now. And Josh will have it to you in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, something like this, 4 hours. Okay, within a 4-hour time span. And it will be you bringing it? Could be. All right. So Josh will tell us more about that. It's a great new program they have out here. He'll tell us more about that coming up in just a little bit. Right now, let's talk football. Coach Kenny Whitlow joins us. Some Raging Mohawk team is off to a 1-0 start. Coach, I think, based on what you saw from the Seymour game with Tri-County, I know you went into that game feeling like you should be a favorite. It sounds like the boys, they certainly went out and took care of business.
Yeah, the boys stepped up that night, and we had 2 lightning delays during the game, so they were able to keep their focus through that. And we were sitting in a very hot locker room waiting that out, and the boys did a good job of responding to that. They played really well, we felt, as the coaching staff for the first night out, so we were really happy with them.
What was the final?
50-0.
Okay. Well, let's start with your offense. Obviously, you put up some points. You're got a senior quarterback this year, and Briar Cochran. Talk about his performance.
Briar had a really good night. Probably the best night that he's ever had, even though it was raining and things like that. But before the rain started, we were able to throw the ball some, and Briar was 5 for 6 that night for 123 yards, and his 5 completions they had were all touchdowns. So 5 for 6 for 5 touchdowns. Can't hardly complain about that as a coach. So the other one that he missed was just off of Avery Waybill's fingertips. But Avery caught 3 touchdown passes. Trevor Cormany, our senior fullback, he caught the other 2. So our line gave Briar plenty of time to throw, but because it started raining, and we just didn't feel like we wanted to throw the ball a whole lot in the rain, so we kind of stuck to the ground game as much as we could.
Talk about that then. Who led the way on the ground?
Trevor Cormany actually stepped up, and this is his first year starting as a fullback. We've had Gunnar Miller the last couple of years. He graduated, and Trevor's getting that opportunity. And he had 105 yards on 8 carries the other night. And Chase Snyder and Sam Klaus and Briar all had about 25 yards apiece on 5 carries each. And but we were pretty quick striking offense the other night. Had a lot of big plays, which really helped us out, but we didn't have our offense on the field that much. And with the 2 lightning delays, we were ahead 32-0 at halftime. And the officials and Coach Edmondson, which is Tri-County's coach and myself, checked in the rule book to see how we could shorten the game up a little bit since we were up by a lot, and also to get the game done so we could get home at a decent time. And the rule book says that you shorten halftime to 10 minutes, so we did that. And then we even shortened the quarters. You can do that as well. So we shortened the quarters down to 8 minutes quarter, and we got the ball coming out second half, scored right away, so it was continuous clock. So that second half was the fastest second half I've ever been through. So it was very fast. So we finally were out of Thornburg at about 11 o'clock that night, and I pulled into my driveway about 1:45 in the morning. But that was better than coming back the next day and having to get up and go back up there. So we at least got it done, and that was, a good thing. And just got out there with no injury, so we were proud about that as well.
Well, that's a big thing. You get through, you come out healthy with that victory. Obviously, your defense played well also. They didn't surrender a single point. Talk to me about their performance.
It was probably the best all-around defensive effort that we've had in probably at least 4 years I can think of. We had a lot of gang tackling. Kids were swarming to the football. Tri-County only had 23 total yards the entire night. We were filling our gaps like we're supposed to. Our defensive backs didn't allow a pass completion all night. Our defensive line was in the backfield all night long, making it difficult for the quarterback to throw. Just everybody did their jobs. And that's the one thing we always preach: just do your job. Everything will kind of fall into place. And our kids did that Friday night, and I think they saw that if they do that, you're going to have some success.
Coach Jenny Whitlow talking Mohawk football. The Mohawks are good on both sides of the ball against Tri-County, a 50-0 win. And now they shift gears and focus on their first home game of the year. English Valley's coming to town this Friday night. It's a big weekend in Moravia because it's Fall Festival. So we will take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach about English Valleys. We'll talk to him about the Fall Festival. I know your wife has got a big event going on for that as well. And he did not come alone tonight. We're going to find out who's shadowing the coach tonight as well. We'll talk more with Coach Kenny Whitlow right after this on Hy-Vee The Bit.
Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Today's vehicles contain advanced lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appomattox County.
We're talking local sports and a little bit more on Hy-Vee's The Pitch. Denny Whitlow joining us here, talking Mohawk football. We'll get away from the football for just a moment, talk about the Fall Festival. I know it's such a big weekend for Moravia, and the kids look forward to it. Let's start with what your wife has going on. Darcy, a classmate of Chad and I, we celebrate our 25th coming up in a few weeks, but she's busy with a big event this weekend.
Yeah, for Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, she's going to she's organized a color run over at Moravia. They've had other runs throughout the years, and just hasn't had a big turnout, so they asked her because they knew that she ran a lot of the local races, and she's been in a couple of color runs, thought that'd be something neat to do, and she's had a really good response. She has, I think she told me the other day, 90 to 95 runners signed up, but it's not too late. So if anybody wants to show up and run, it's $25. Come this Saturday and sign up. The race starts at 8, so you probably need to be there around 7:30 to register if you still like to run in it. It is a 5K race, so I believe that's 3.1 miles. I'm not much of a runner. I let her do the running for us, so but I'm pretty sure that's 3.1 miles. It's kind of all around Moravia, and should be a fun time. Looks like right now Mother Nature's going to make it a nice day for everybody. That time in the morning should be nice and cool, and come out and have a good time and a color run. I've never been in one, but I've seen a couple on YouTube. It looks like it's a lot of fun. So hopefully there's a lot of people over there for the fall festival, and it's a great time. The money is going to go to the cross-country team and the football team. They're going to split it. They're going to help with the event. They're going to be at the color station, throwing the color on people and helping out the registration. So should be a great time, so come on over and check it out.
So what's your favorite part of the Fall Festival? As you're a Moravia guy, so this is a part of your childhood and everything else. Is there something that always stands out, maybe a food or maybe an event? What's your favorite part of the Fall Festival?
About 5 or 6 years ago, Jeremy Long and I were sponsors for the senior class, and we started doing tenderloins, and that's really been a big success. Southern Iowa, if you can find a good tenderloin, everybody loves that. So I enjoy getting a couple of tenderloins while I'm up there from the seniors. And, probably the best thing for me now that, we've been out of school for 25 years, all of us, you have a lot of your friends and classmates come back to that. So homecoming's not as big of a deal as Moravia, but the Fall Festival is when everybody comes back, and you get to see a lot of your former classmates or kids that graduated around the same time that you did. And that's just kind of nice to get back, touch base with them, and just see a lot of people you haven't seen for a long time.
It does present, we've talked about this before, from a coaching perspective, there's a lot of excitement. There's going to be a big crowd, but there's also a lot of distractions that you have to worry about with your team.
Right. It's kind of like a homecoming week again. It doesn't start till Thursday or Friday, but even all this week, every class from 7th grade through 12th is responsible for building a float. So the kids are out after practices at night, helping build floats and getting that prepared. Our FFA has a lot of things that they do up there, a lot of different activities. Classes have food stands that the kids have to work at. There's different games that sporting teams have. We've done a pass and kick the last few years. We're not doing that this year. We've also done flag football. I remember you playing one year and that and showing off your football skills.
Yeah.
And so the kids are just seeming like they're pulled in all directions, and kind of sometimes difficult to stay focused. And that's where I'm hoping that having 5 seniors on our football team this year, that leadership stands out, and our players stay focused for Friday night.
Friday night, English Valley comes to town. We talked off the air. They're 0-2. I'm sure you had a chance probably to watch a little bit of film on them.
Yeah, we actually, Coach Campbell and myself went up Saturday because their game actually did get postponed Friday night, and so they played on Saturday. So we took a little road trip up to North English to their ball game, and they were playing Twin Cedars and watched them play Twin Cedars. And they lost 14 seniors last year off their team, so they're replacing a lot of guys. But what we saw, they had some big kids up on the front line. They got a pretty good-sized quarterback that likes to run the ball, and he'll run it hard, so we have to make sure that we tackle him and tackle him low. And they kind of changed their defense up to different looks, so we have to make sure that our line's concentrating and making their calls and things like that. And they're ready to go. We feel like we might have a little bit more team speed than they do, but they've got some size on us, so it's going to be that size versus speed and who wins. So hopefully we can come out and stay fired up, and with their size, hoping with it being supposed to be 90 degrees out that night, we're just hopefully a little bit more athletic than they are with our speed and wear them down and be able to really take over in the third and fourth quarter.
Well, now that everybody's got at least one game under their belt, as a coach, have you checked it out? I mean, do you look at the district? Is it your first opportunity to say, okay, let's see who's maybe as good as I thought maybe who's not? Have you looked at the records for the teams in your district and seen how everybody did week one?
Twin Cedars is who English Valley's was playing last week, and Twin Cedars was able to handle English Valley's really good. I was really impressed with Twin Cedars, and they look like they might be the team to beat in the district. I know, Wayne always brings back some good kids. So they've been an 8-man that has pretty solid, and they picked up a win the other night. And then us and Seymour played Tri-County the first week, so I think we're the 4 teams that are in the district that are undefeated right now. So, but definitely, I was really impressed with Twin Cedars the way they could run and pass the ball the other day. So we don't play them until later on in the season, but the way they were, I was very impressed, and I won't surprise me if they continue to do the way that they were able to put up points the other day. So they won't be in the rankings there fairly soon.
Coach Denny Whitlow talking Mohawk football. Game time Friday night is 7:30.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Ours at 7 since we don't have a curtain riser game. We always start ours at 7.
Okay. And it is Fall Festival weekend. Should be a big crowd. Should be a whole lot of fun over there in Moravia. Give us an update on the gym situation. Did they get everything figured out?
Yep, I guess. They play tomorrow night, a big volleyball game tomorrow night in Moravia. They play Seymour, so that's always a rivalry game. So Moravia versus Seymour, first time in the new gym. The gym should be rocking tomorrow night, so should be a good game. Last weekend we were able to get in there and do a few things, get it all set up. They got the sidewalk board last week, and the volleyball girls were practicing in there since Monday, which I think they like that because the gymnasium has air conditioning, so they were kind of happy since it turned to 90 degrees. So our old gym that has no air conditioning, kind of very hot. They got the air conditioned gym this week, so I think they're happy about that. But I know our volleyball coach Ryan Van Bogart's very excited about the game tomorrow night. And, see where they're at. They've been struggling a little bit this year, but they're hoping that maybe tomorrow night, in a rivalry game, getting a new gym kind of turns things around.
All right, Coach, before I let you go, I mentioned that you did not come alone. You did not come empty-handed tonight. It looks like you're in pretty good hands.
So, yeah, my daughter, Kaylee Whitlow, came along with me tonight. She said she's got my back anyway, and she's a freshman this year at Moravia, and she's in her first year of cross-country, and they've got their first meet tomorrow night over at Wayne. So she's excited about that, to get some experience over there and see what the life of the high school cross-country runner is like.
Well, as a freshman, I'm sure if any freshman, you prefer to be called a super frosh, right? So she's a super frosh.
Yes, that's right.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it, and good luck against English Valley. I look forward to visiting with you again next week.
All right, thank you.
This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that Jim Ireland Menswear on the Square in Centerville has a nice selection of Big Reds, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and even UNI apparel? That's right. If you're looking to show your team spirit, check out Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. You'll find golf shirts, jackets, caps, and sweatshirts, all with your favorite team logos, and all at Jim Ireland Menswear. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square, open Monday through Thursday 9 to 5:30, Fridays 9 to 7, and Saturdays 9 to 5.
The Flower Chic in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh-cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
Nothing brings out the warmth and style of your home like new flooring. J&L Flooring in Centerville is family-owned and operated, and they're located on the east side of the Centerville Square. Give them a call today at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. J&L Floor Covering carries a complete line of floor coverings at the most competitive prices, and they hire only the most qualified professional installers. Call J&L Flooring today at 641-856-6331. That's 856-6331.
We're talking local sports and a little bit more on High Beast to Pitch. We move into the back half of the show, and we're going to be talking with Coach Tom Hill about this Red Hat volleyball team that's got everybody buzzing. And then Coach Chuck Evans will talk about the Big Red football team and how we're going to go about replacing some of these guys that were dinged up. It was a rough night for the Big Reds in a couple of ways, but it just seemed like every other play somebody was hobbling off the field. Yeah, we've had to suit you up and bring you in. I've got 4 years of high school football eligibility. So the only thing is I'm not going to hit anybody, and I don't want to get hit. But other than that, I'm a guy. Yeah. If I can wear that red thing I see those guys wear on TV. The red jersey? The red jersey where nobody hits back jersey. I'm your guy then. Yeah, then I can get something done. All right, Josh, let's start with this. I still can't believe this, that I can just do my grocery shopping now from my easy chair, and then if I want to, I don't even have to leave the house, or I can come get it, but you'll have it all ready for me.
Absolutely, yeah. It's called Hy-Vee Aisles Online. It's a great new program, and like I said, it's store specific. If you know you're actually going to be going to a tumble and you need to pick a few things up, you can get your order ready to go there, and vice versa. You can have your order ready to go here. You can do it from your mobile phone and choose whatever store you want to pick your groceries up to. It's going to be really neat to see how this all works out for us. We're kind of excited. This is kind of like the Amazon part of our business kind of coming into it, where we're just have things ready to go and dropped off. Like I said, you get your order in, you pick your quantities of whatever you may want, and you send it to us, and we need a 4-hour lead time. And there are certain windows that are all laid out on the website when you can order and when things can be picked up by, and you kind of get to choose and delegate where you want that, and we'll have the order all ready to go for you. If you come to pick it up, you don't even have to come in the store. Right at the end of our drive-up lane, there's a sign out there that says Aisles Online. You call into the store and say, hey, I'm John Doe, and I'm here to pick up my order, and we'll have it out to you in 2 or 3 minutes. You sign the sheet, and you're on your way.
So you talk to me about paying for this.
All payments have to be on credit cards. As of right now, that is the only payment that's accepted. So you have to put your credit card information in, and it will be paid. The one thing that I will tell everyone is that the total on the actual website is an estimate. It's not an actual grand total. Sometimes when there are in-store specials or other promotions and things that are going on, the computer doesn't know that. So it will take that into effect. I had an order today that was close to $200, and it ended up only being $193 because of in-store promotions and coupons and things. So the online order total will be just a guesstimate, but you just pull right up on the parking lot, and we'll get your grocery right out to you.
Now, you guys obviously, if you're putting the groceries together, should know the store like the back of your hand. So you guys kind of enjoy this? Is something new to do, run around and actually just shop?
Yeah.
You basically just fill up a cart.
Yeah, it's kind of a different experience. Like I said, I've gotten to do a couple of them, and we have an automated gun that we go through and scan and verify and make sure everything is there. And the technology side of it's a little bit complicated right now. It's going to take a while to kind of get the feel for everything, but it has a lot of checks and balances. You can also choose if you want us to substitute an item or not. If you feel like you can have that option to say, hey, if you're out of something, substitute me something close, or you can say, no, I don't want substitutions, just scratch it off the order, which, gives a lot of the leeway. It also has a place in there for customer comments. If you say you want a couple russet potatoes and you want the biggest ones I can find because you want to have baked potatoes, you can specifically say, hey, make sure that these are, at least this or whatever it may be, and let us know really specifically what you want.
Outstanding. And all of that going on along with your new Fuel Saver Perks program,
the Fuel Saver Plus Perks. And like I said, it's the same great Fuel Saver program that we had. You can still get your rewards at the pump and save money, but now there's also chances to win other prizes. There's a lot of sweepstake giveaways. There is also in-store promotions and things like that where you can get anything from a bottle of water to a new car. I mean, so there's all kinds of great stuff going on there. And also there's a new great way, all the digital coupons. You can attach your Fuel Saver card. You go on to Hy-Vee.com and attach the digital coupons to your Fuel Saver card. When you come in here and swipe your Fuel Saver card and you bought those items, the coupon difference will automatically come off. And that also works with Aisles Online. You can register your Fuel Saver card to that. Still get Fuel Saver rewards and your coupons along with it.
And we've got a big holiday weekend coming up, Labor Day. People are firing up the grills, some for the last time. You've got some things to take care of everybody.
That sounds like it's going to be a great weekend. Sounds like it's going to be nice and warm. So all week long, starting today, if you come in here and you buy 8 hamburger patties from our service case for $10, you get 8 free brats. So there's a pretty good grilling deal right there. Also on Friday and Saturday, you save 20 cents per gallon with every $25 purchase from our meat department in Fuel Saver. And so stop back and see Jeff and the guys back there at the meat department with all your grilling needs for this last holiday weekend of the summer.
All right, all of that right out here at your local Hy-Vee store. We're going to take a break. When we return, we're going to talk to Coach Tom Hill about this volleyball team. It's just not, they just weren't very nice to Davis County last night. We're going to talk to him about that and a whole lot more when we come back on Hy-Vee.
Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Athens County.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who make the show possible each and every week. K&L Flooring, Northside Insurance, Jim Ireland Menswear, Chico Construction, Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop, Daily Iowegian, Thomas Funeral Home, RK Auto Body, The Preserve on Rathbun Lake, Flower Teak, Cook Insurance, and Henley Dental. And, of course, our presenting sponsor, Hy-Vee. We thank them for having us out each every week. And we'll have our Power Insurance Hall of Fame Challenge question coming up here shortly. Well, it's time to talk volleyball. We talked to the top man, Tom Hill, and his Red Ants. We want to talk a little bit about the weekend, but we got to just open up with what happened last night. I mean, Davis County shows up. Last year we were so close with them several times, and this year, not only did we defeat them, we didn't even give the crowd their money's worth. I mean, I show up. I want 5 games, right? No. 3 games was fine. It's fine. And the girls obviously were ready to go. Just come out and took care of business.
Yeah, all right. We have definitely kind of, every season you kind of circle certain teams on your calendar, and Davis County's been a great program for years, and Margie does such a great job over there with her kids, and total respect for her and what she's done. And she's she's liked to beat us quite a bit here lately. The past couple of years, knocked us out in the tournament, and then I think we lost to them 3 times last year. And I don't know, our kids are ready to go, and this was a big win for us. I'm not gonna lie. And Davis County's right up there, one of the top teams in our conference this year, and for us to come out and to get 3 games from them last night like that it's a pretty big accomplishment for our kids. I'm really proud of them, how they handled themselves. And home opener, playing at home for the first time, and there's some jitters and those types of things. And I'm just really proud of our kids overall. It was a good night, fun night.
Are the new scoreboards up in the gym too? So
they are.
You lit up the new scoreboard.
We got them going. It was a little touch and go during our freshman and JV games, but we got some things ironed out now. So, but it was nice to see them up and running last night. And now we just need to try to get somebody a little more educated on digs and kills, so we can start putting those up and show those on the board too. So that's going to be a neat adjustment, and get our video board running. It'd be great. So hopefully everything comes together with this, and kind of. It was a neat environment last night, so it was definitely something different. And appreciate all the crowd that came out. Our football team, cross country teams are both, well represented there, and had a lot of nice comments throughout the day today about how good we played. So it was great to do something positive for our community and be recognized for it.
Did you have a good feel early on? As a coach, you can get a feel in the locker room and sometimes teams surprise you. Sometimes you think, I don't think we're ready to go, and then they come out and do well. But most of the time, the coach has a pretty good feel. Did you have a good feel the match?
I felt like I was worried about us being too high. And I think that's, in volleyball, I think that's something that you have to be, we talk about trying to just be even keeled as much as we can, because it's such a long, lots of momentum switches and flows, the ebb and flow of the game. And I thought we were going to be a little pumped up. I mean, a little bit too high, and there's usually the crash afterward if you win a game or whatever. And we've had a bad habit of, coming out and getting the first game or whatever, and then not being able to hold that energy level. But I thought we really were pretty focused and stuck to our game plan, and we really made one pretty major adjustment mid-game of the second game when we were kind of trailing there for a little bit, and the kids really handled it well and just played our defense a little bit differently. And to the crowd or anybody, they probably didn't see it or didn't really notice it too much, but it was a pretty big adjustment when you change the chemistry of how you're running your defense. And we really hadn't practiced it much, and they really adjusted well, and it really helped us out. We can make a run there in that second game to get back in it. And actually, I think Taylor Lawson had 4 kills in a row on 4 balls, and it was based on just an adjustment the kids did, and they were focused enough to do it. So they were ready to play. I mean, and I think that's what they expected to win. They expected to come out and play well, and they did. So I think that's where we're at right now, which is a good feeling. Going into we're playing tomorrow against Clark and Central Decatur. We have the weekend off, which is good. We need some time off a little bit. And then we're back home next Tuesday for senior night against Knoxville, another conference match, and we need to get Knoxville. I mean, that's a game we have to really show up for. They took it to us last year.
You talk about being able to hold the intensity a little bit, which has been a little bit of a problem in the past, but you've got a pretty good group of seniors this year. So do you think that has something to do with it?
I think that has a lot to do with it, but I'm going to, last night, Alyssa Barger has been a big piece of our team since she's been a freshman. She's set up some role in our varsity rotation. And Alyssa last night she's talking more, she's taking more of an ownership role. She led us in kills. She had 17 kills. And the other side of it was that she had 17 digs. She had like a double-double in volleyball, which is pretty cool. Did a lot of things that kept our calls straight and kept communicating with everybody on the court. Taylor Lawson was another senior that did so many great things for us last night, and just she ended up with 12 kills on 17 attempts. So if you're hitting baseball, she was batting 700 last night, and that was a great night for her, and did a lot of cool things. But just overall, we were able to. I think our whole mindset as a group of kids is we're trying to do this together so much more this year than I think that we've had in the past, or the past couple of years at least. Not very much drama, not very much, the selfishness at times. And I think that's tough, especially when you have 7 seniors that are working really hard, playing time wise. But I think they understand that, hey, we want to win. And there's just a different feel of this team right now. It reminds me of our team that we had when we had our good group of seniors when we were tied for conference champs, when Olivia and Katie Appler and that group was here, and Mallory Oden, and that they were strong leaders within our group and kept us together. And we're feeling that right now. And that's just a neat feeling. It's fun to coach when you don't really have to coach that much. The kids keep it together. So
I was impressed with the serving there. I think I only remember 2 maybe that you didn't get in.
Exactly. We had
the unforced errors were not there.
That's something that's hurt us before too. Is like just we'll get some momentum going, and then something would bad swing or something, hit a ball out or get a bad serve, and we really just stayed within ourselves and we served aggressively. And that's something we've tried to concentrate on, is like, don't worry about taking chances. Just have the confidence to take the chances, serve the hard ball and get it, serve it. We served the barrel all night long. We didn't really plan on doing that, and she did a really nice job for them. But, we just didn't make the errors like you said. So
we'll grab a quick break. We'll come back and talk more volleyball with Coach Tom Hill right after this on IB's The Pit.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann can.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitchfork Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. Lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full-stocked pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
We're talking volleyball with Coach Tom Hill, the Centerville Redettes, fresh off a huge conference win over Davis County. It's one that I think, as a community, everybody was hungry for after being so close last year. And you guys, you gals, have gotten off to such a good start. I think people were expecting that we had a real shot at them. Let's go back and talk about the weekend. You had a pretty solid Saturday when you look at the competition.
We did. We went over to Grinnell Saturday morning, and we went to Waco on Monday, the first day of school, and we won that tournament. We were 4-0 coming out of there, and we were the biggest school there. And then we go Saturday, and we were the smallest school there. So it was a flip-flop of not only the size of school, but the level of competition and the amount of athletes that we were seeing. And we started off against Washington in the first game, and really came out of the chute poorly. I was kind of worried that Saturday morning thing was going to kick in and we were going to be in trouble, because I felt we had Washington and Grinnell and then the Clear Creek Amana team that's ranked in the state in our pool, and we have to get to the championship bracket, we had to finish 1 or 2 in our pool to get to the championship bracket. And I knew we had to beat Washington and Grinnell and then see what would happen against Clear Creek there. And we lost that first game to Washington, and it was ugly. I mean, absolutely ugly. And we got together in the second game, and I think we won the second game, I think 21-6, and got to the third game, and I think we won that 15-7 or something like that, and just really got our rhythm then. We played back-to-back, which is good for our kids because if we have a break, we're in trouble. Thank goodness regionals, there's no break in regionals or something like that, but we played back-to-back and had Grinnell then right afterwards. Ended up dropping the first game to Grinnell, but it was a tight game. I thought we played pretty well, just made a few errors. And then we won the next 2 games pretty convincingly. I think it was, we got our stuff together and got around and got, because it was a big difference in 2 teams there. Washington was not a very big hitting team, and they just really played the ball well. And Grinnell was a team that really they're pretty big swingers, and we had quite an adjustment there between the 2 teams. So we won our first 2 games there, which started our season then at 6-0, which is, Christy and I were talking, I don't think we've ever started a season at 6-0, and that was a neat thing we told our kids. And we walked into our third game. Then we had about a 2-match break before we played Clear Creek Amana. And Clear Creek Amana is a 4A school, and they're ranked 4th, I think, in Class 4A going into last weekend. Just really quality athletes. Got some really, size-wise, they were bigger than we were, and a lot of taller kids, and it took us a while to adjust to now a taller team, try to hit around the blocks and things. And we lost the first game. Kind of competitive, not really, and then got in the second game, and we actually probably should have won the second game. We were up 19, I think it was 19-17, and we got in a serve receive situation. We couldn't serve receive, and we lost 21-19 then. But it was a good game for us to sit there and go, hey, this is a pretty good team to compete in that one game. Went to the championship bracket then, and we had the 2 seed out of our pool, and we played then number 3 ranked West Liberty, who's in 3A and was at state last year. It was from a coaching standpoint, it was very frustrating, but it was also like, hey, this is what you're playing against a team that we could possibly be like. And they really, I think it was a no-brainer that West Liberty was the best team there, and they were so fast. Their libero and their setter are twin sisters. They're seniors. And the libero is like, she might be 5'5", and her sister's like 5'10". And we have not seen a setter, like the setter, we've not seen a girl like this before. And they're both going to Boise State next year on the scholarships. And that was pretty cool to play against a team with that, with those kind of athletes, and to see them. And we ended up losing. But it was a day that we took a lot of positives out of, so, you look at our 2 losses are against right now. Our 2 losses are against teams that are state ranked, and and it was great to see the speed that we want to try to play at. And if we can get close to that speed, we're going to be pretty darn good. I mean, this West Liberty team was legit. If they're not in the finals or semifinals when state time comes around, I'll be surprised.
You think about the course of the season and the things that happen that make your team what it is. Those 2 wins early getting you to that competition with Clear Creek and West Liberty. If you don't win those, you don't see them, and maybe you don't become the team that you hope to become. Obviously, you couldn't ask for 2 better teams to play before you go up against so with Davis County.
Exactly, and I think that was the thing too, that coming off that West Liberty game, I mean, there was times that we were playing defense, and our middle blocker didn't even have didn't have a chance to get to a block because the ball was being hit down on the floor on our side because their setter was getting the ball to the hitter so fast. And it was cool to watch. It was bad that it was happening to your team, but I think our girls had a lot of respect after that. It's like, wow, that's a neat way to play volleyball, and we could, and we talked about it, said we can get to that point. We have the athletes that are in the ballpark of that, and it'd be fun if we can get close. But it was a good experience for our kids, and like right now, I'll take 2 losses to those 2 teams. They're quality teams, and if you have a quality loss, that's a quality loss. So
Well, you've got home stuff coming up tomorrow night. Got another conference battle with Clark. Also, you're playing Central Decatur. So give us the rundown on what the next week looks like for the Red-Ats.
We have this deal tomorrow is just a triangular. It's best of 3 matches. The Clark match, the non-conference, so it doesn't count against us or for us in the conference race. So we'll play a best of 3 against both Central Decatur and Clark. Our JV team will be on one court, and the varsity will be on the other court. So we're going to have both courts set up tomorrow. It's not going to be on the big court, which will be a little different for our varsity team. But when we used to play the Red-Hat tournament, that's how we played the Red-Hat tournament too there at Lakeview. And then we don't have anything this weekend. And then next week on Tuesday is our senior night against Knoxville. Starts at 5:30. Our freshman JV will start at 5:30, and then the senior night. And then we'll play Knoxville for our next conference battle. And Knoxville was a great team last year. They really they finished second in our conference behind Eddyville, and just had some really quality athletes that I know that right now I think that most of those they lost their setter, which I think is going to be a huge replacement for them. I don't know. We're getting some film on them tomorrow night, and hopefully we can have a game plan in place for them. But it's going to be another challenge like Davis County. I think a school that size, I know last year from the JV level they competed really well at the JV level, so I know they have quality athletes that are coming out. So hopefully it'll be a great night for us again. Like we were just chatting, after Tuesday night in Knoxville, then we'll go on a road trip for the next month or so before we come back home. So hopefully we can get a nice crowd out there and support our seniors this year, and we'll go from there. So.
All right, Coach Tom Hill, the Red-Hat volleyball team off to a 7-2 start on the season. They are rocking. Tomorrow night, South Carolina at the Lakeview Gym, taking on Clark and Central Decatur, not at the exact same time. That's a tall task. And then next Tuesday is a big conference matchup at home with Knoxville, and then it's off for a long, long road trip. But before we let you get out of here, let's get Coach and Josh over here, and let's do the Power Insurance Hall of Fame Challenge. Brought to you by Power Insurance of Moravia. Call 724-9000. That's 724-9000. Power Insurance of Moravia. Last week, Josh Rice kicked off the fall season with a win. I know that did not set well with Coach Evans and Chad Lee. In fact, I think there was maybe some words afterwards with Josh pushing, shoving, and things got a little heated. So we'll see how this rivalry goes.
I only kicked them once.
Only kicked you one time. So we'll see how they do. It is, Josh won last week, so I got to come right into his bread and butter and go baseball. So here we go. Well, we're on the home stretch of the baseball season this year. The playoff picture is shaping up in some ways. The Cardinals are just kind of really being, I think they're cheating. I don't know what they're doing. I don't get it. But anyway,
they gave Kansas City the chickenpox. So
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so here's what I want to know as we get set to see who's going to make the postseason this year. Let's see what you remember about last year. Give me the 10 teams that played in the postseason in baseball last year. That'd be 5 in the National League and 5 in the American League. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Give me the 10 teams that played in the postseason last year. In no particular order. We'll grab a break. We'll come back and see how these guys did right after this.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that Jim Ireland Menswear on the Square in Centerville has a nice selection of Big Reds, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and even UNI apparel? That's right. If you're looking to show your team spirit, check out Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. You'll find golf shirts, jackets, caps, and sweatshirts, all with your favorite team logos, and all at Jim Ireland Menswear. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. Open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Fridays 9 to 7, and Saturdays 9 to 5.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh-cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
Nothing brings out the warmth and style of your home like new flooring. J&L Flooring in Centerville is family-owned and operated, and they're located on the east side of the Centerville Square. Give them a call today at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. J&L Floor Covering carries a complete line of floor coverings at the most competitive prices, and they hire only the most qualified professional installers. Call J&L Flooring today at 641-856-6331. That's 856-6331.
All right, the Power Insurance Hall of Fame Challenge. I think this is as much pain and action as I've seen of these guys, and I think it's because it's one that they all felt like they could know. Sometimes they get throw their pencils down and say, "What the heck?" But let's see how they did. Josh was done writing early. Chad was looking perplexed. Coach Hill was writing and then not writing, and then Coach Evans, I don't know what was going on there. It looked like he had a headache or something. But let's see how it goes. Let's start with the National League. The Nationals, Cardinals, Dodgers, the Giants, and the Pirates. How do we do? Anybody? 5-5-4-4. Josh and Chad out to an early lead. But Chad admittedly said he wasn't real confident. The AL, like I said, who cares about the AL? All right, here we go. How about the Baltimore Orioles? No. All right. The Detroit Tigers. Yeah. The Anaheim Angels. Yeah. Okay, where are we at? We got 2 to go. Who's still in this thing? Josh? You got 7, 6, 7. So everybody still has a shot. Bryce is in the lead. Well, obviously, it's tied. Oh, I have what? 7. Oh, you have 7? What? That's a tie. How'd you do that? Detroit and the Angels. All right, well, if you didn't get the Royals, then you could have. I forgot him. You don't have the Royals. I forgot him. Coach Cochran's going to be mad at me. You want to be my late ticket. Yeah, I know. What's the matter with you? I don't know. I got a head cold. Let's go with that. All right, here we go. This will cinch it for Bryce, or let somebody else in. The Oakland Athletics. No. 8 for Coach Hill. 8 for Josh. 7 here, 7 for Chad. So Coach Hill makes a late run and forces his way into a playoff. You ready? We don't have ties around here, Hill. What's the matter with you? We're racing up and down the aisle. There's no tying in baseball. All right, quickly, give me the #1 seed in each league. Who had the top record in each league last year? All right, we got him. Got it. In the National League, it was the Nationals. No. In the American League, it was the Orioles. No. I was those wrong too. How about that? Okay. No, I've got this covered. The San Francisco Giants and the Kansas City Royals played in the World Series last year. No. I had Detroit in there. Oh, very forgettable. It was very forgettable. It was very forgettable. The Royals win every year. I mean, which team had the most wins in the regular season? The Royals or the Giants? Which team had the most wins in the regular season? All right. Coach, what did you go with? Josh? It was 88 wins for the Giants and 89 wins for the Royals. So now we're going to solve it one way or another. They both lose. In the National League,
I told you that the Nationals and the Orioles were the number one seeds in each league. How many wins? They both had the exact same amount of regular season wins. How many? Closest to gets this thing as we go into triple overtime.
What if they both write down the same number?
Well, then we're going to have an interesting thing. I've got more. Okay, how many did you come up with? Well, it was 96. Bryce picks up his second straight win. Oh, my goodness. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk football with Coach Chuck Emmons right after this on Hy-Vee's The Fit.
Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appomattox County.
Well, Bryce goes to 2-0 in the fall season with a triple overtime.
Why flowers?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm impressed with is not only has he showed that he's got ability, but he showed stamina tonight to stay with it. A lot of guys might have lost focus. We saw Coach Hill. He obviously lost focus. Going 102 wins. That's something that 100 wins is pretty notable, and he let Bryce pick one up tonight. But we'll see what next week brings.
Yeah, they just gave it to you.
Let's talk football with Coach Chuck Emmons. Of course, Coach, it goes without saying it didn't go the way we wanted last Friday night against Sheraton. Let's start, first of all, with obviously more important than any wins and losses is the health of our young men, and it was a very tough night on the injury front for the Big Reds, and I know at least one of them has turned out to be kind of a tough thing.
Yeah, we've got, we had 5 kids total that got hurt at one time or other in the game. First started off with Nathan Grothe, who basically, we thought it was a dislocated shoulder, but then it turned out it was just basically a jammed shoulder, and he was able to come back toward the second quarter, and he'll play this week. He'll play Friday night. He has a restrictive harness now that we put on his shoulder and put some what we call spider pads under his shoulder pads, and he's been able to practice pretty well all week. So we're glad that he's back because he's a senior, and this is his last year and a captain and everything. Then the next injury came up was Trey Reinhardt, and running our screen play pass and came out of the backfield and going up the field, and the kid from Sheridan comes over and makes a clean tackle. He's the same right to me, and the ironic thing about it, the kid that made the tackle was one of his cousins, and so I'm sure that the family reunions at Thanksgiving and Christmas time are going to be a little tense this year. But anyway, when Trey went to hospital that night, and they found out there wasn't any fractures, and then Monday went over for MRI, and his mom called me in the afternoon and said that, hey, we've got good news. It was just a bruise and a stretched ligament. And then later that day, came back and it was found that it was not only that, but it was it had been a grade 3 tear of the MCL ligament, and so he's basically going to be out for probably 4 to 5 weeks. Trey's a junior, and he loves to play baseball, and I just, his mom and I and everybody's on the same page. We're not going to get him back on the field until he's 100%. So we're looking maybe 4 passing game homecoming. We kind of penciled that in for him to get back. Briar Cowan at halftime had suffered blow to the head. But kind of a weird thing. He got kind of either a knee or hand or something inside the face mask, and hit him kind of like in the cheek area. And he was complaining about that at halftime, so we had the trainer from Sheridan look at him after we came out at halftime, and it was determined that he had no business playing. So we took his helmet away, and it was diagnosed that he has a concussion, so he will not be playing Friday night. And hopefully we'll get him back. PCM, most likely Clark game, which will be 2 games on down the road, because we want to make sure he's ready to go. He hasn't been in school all week, and so he's supposed to be there tomorrow, so hopefully he can make it back. And then the other 2 gentlemen that got hurt, Bryce Cardini with a high ankle sprain and Trenton Bogle with an ankle sprain. Both those gentlemen were able to practice tonight. So we'll hopefully have 3 out of the 5 back, but losing Briar and losing Trey in the backfield and the linebacker positions, it makes it tough. And so we've had to kind of readjust and get new kids into the lineup, obviously, and readjust our thinking on offense and defense, and had to be more of a mental practice this week than physical practice on where you got to line up, what the plays are. And I can say tonight, from an offensive standpoint, we got a long ways to go in a short time because we weren't very crisp at all. And I know Coach Kovac, tonight's defense was starting to come around, and that's a good sign. So we still got another 24 hours before we get to game time with Knoxville. So we got to shore up a few things and try and get the kids to really memorize the plays and know what's going on. So we'll have, starting at one of the halfbacks Friday night, will be 5'9", 105-pound Tiger Turf stretch at running back. But Tiger's one of those kids, he'll give you everything you got. But, we're down to that as far as our depth at the running back position. We're pretty thin. So it's going to be a kind of a touch-and-go situation. If somebody else goes down, then we're really going to have to draw it in the dirt, as they say, and go with it.
Well, let's talk about the game. You come out, you get the first stop on defense. You think, hey, maybe we're onto something, and that seemed to be where the highlights tonight ended, at least for the most part. But as I watched the game, I really didn't think our defense played that poorly. Our offense just really didn't give much of a chance.
No, and that's exactly what I said at halftime, Russ. I went in and I said, our defense is played to keep us in this game. I said, offense, you've got to get off the ball and get into people because we're not keeping the defense off the field. We were going 3 plays and out, and they were coming back on, and they get tired. And you knew it sometime along the evening that they were going to go with Hawkinson, and we've got 2 quarterbacks out there. They're sophomores. There's their first varsity experience, and you're going up against one of the best players in the state at that position. And it's just a matter of time before they were going to find something or break the coverage. And I knew that we had to get some points on the board. And I was really frustrated from the standpoint that some of the kids I thought would come through for us didn't. And we got to get them fired up this week. And because, quite honestly, Knoxville's I feel is a better ball team than Sheridan from the personnel. I obviously haven't played against them, but for the personnel, as far as the size and what they do as a team, they concern me because they look on film a lot better than Sheridan did.
Well, we're going to grab a break. We're going to come back and talk more football with Coach Chuck Evans right after this.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980, That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann can.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitchfork Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. Lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full-stocked pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOT Centerville, talking football with Coach Chuck Evans. So we talked about, that your defense wasn't too bad offensively. We struggled, so let's talk about that. What did you see that's fixable?
Fixable attitude. We just got to get some type of attitude up front. That we were going to the right places. We were doing what we were supposed to do, but we didn't do it with the intensity and at the level of competition that you have to play at when you're playing football on Friday night and playing, varsity teams, team varsity teams. You got to come with a kind of a chip on the shoulder attitude that, hey, I'm going to take you on. And it's basically in the, offensive line. This guy get off the ball and get into people, and to give our running backs and our quarterback time to throw the football. We at the fourth quarter of the game, due to the injury situation and just running out of bodies, we went to a 5-wide set and put Brett back 7 yards and just let him throw the football. We had some success with that going down the field, but you just can't hang your hat on that, because if you do, then they're going to bring linebackers and they're going to blitz and they're going to come with all types of packages, and Brett's going to be scrambling for his life. So we got to have a nice combination mix with the run and the pass, and our offensive line's got to grow up. I mean, that's all there is to it. And if you look at successful teams, no matter what level of competition, you can always turn the offensive defensive line and say, hey, those guys control the line of scrimmage, and then you can control the ball game.
We'll talk a little bit more about the 5 receivers. That it was really the only time that we drove the ball. We were right there, had a shot to get in the end zone, felt had a ball that maybe he could have come up with. Apparently, it sounded like he cramped right in the middle of the catch. But other than that, we struggled to move it. So are there thoughts of, will we see more of that?
Well, we're gonna put there's some new wrinkles going in this week, obviously, and we're gonna expand the playbook from week to week as you normally do as the season goes along. And we got kids out there who can run, catch the ball, and be disciplined in their routes. And we got 2 outstanding senior guys out there in those patterns, and Tig Felton and Hunter Callan, and they got to provide the leadership. And we go from that experience to a young kid that you might know, Jackson Oker, that we had him out in the mix. And, it's always fun to bring those kids up from the standpoint of, you watch them develop as freshmen. And Chad and Kovac both told me when they were with the receivers, and they said that Jackson runs discipline patterns, and he was doing what he wanted to catch the ball. And so, but then you put him under the lights on Friday night, the varsity action, and wasn't too talkative and kind of keep him to himself. And you put him out there in the mix, and we didn't throw the ball to him, didn't throw it in his area to go out and catch it. But it's always nice to see him. Hey, he's out there. He knows what's going on. He gets that experience. And, it'll be fun to watch him grow in the next 4 years as he gets there, more confidence as he gets out there in the mix.
We're talking football with Coach Chuck Evans. We'll grab our last break, and then we'll come back. And we'll talk a little bit more about this Knoxville Panther team and get a quick look after the first week that everybody's played, kind of what we know about some of the teams that will be
our district competition. We've got lots to talk about yet when we come back on Ivy's The Pitch.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that Jim Ireland Menswear on the Square in Centerville has a nice selection of Big Reds, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and even UNI apparel? That's right. If you're looking to show your team spirit, check out Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. You'll find golf shirts, jackets, caps, and sweatshirts, all with your favorite team logos and all at Jim Ireland Menswear. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square, open Monday through Thursday 9 to 5:30, Fridays 9 to 7, and Saturdays 9 to 5.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh-cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
Nothing brings out the warmth and style of your home like new flooring. J&L Flooring in Centerville is family-owned and operated, and they're located on the east side of the Centerville Square. Give them a call today at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. J&L Floor Covering carries a complete line of floor coverings at the most competitive prices, and they hire only the most qualified professional installers. Call J&L Flooring today at 641-856-6331. That's 856-6331.
We're talking sports, local sports, a little bit more on Hy-Vee's The Pitch. And let's talk a little bit about Knoxville. Coach, you mentioned that you think they may very well be better than Sheraton. So we know we got our hands full. We're down a few key players. So we know this is going to be tough, but you come into Friday night. What do you see, I guess, as an approach that gives us some hope for Knoxville?
Well, the thing, and I was telling Josh before we came on the air tonight, the Newton Knoxville game was they talk about an old fashioned football game. It was. There was a total of, I think, 11 passes thrown in the whole game. I think 6 by Knoxville and 5 by Newton, or vice versa. So they're more of a run-oriented, obviously, team, which I think our run defense is a lot better than our pass defense at the present time, just because we're starting some younger kids in the defensive secondary. So that helps me. And then on their defensive side, they got some young people in key positions, which we think we could take advantage of. And hopefully, some of our kids that have experience will kind of come to the forefront and say, hey, this is what we need to do. The old adage is you got the most improvement from first game to second game. Well, we do. We have to have better intensity, better focus on what we're doing. And, it comes at a time when a young man has to decide, am I going to go play football or I'm not? And we got to know Friday night who wants to go and play football and who's not. And it's going to be a determining factor throughout the season and into district play.
Well, obviously, Sheraton was a very good football team. Knoxville, we know, is a good football team. So the state didn't do us a whole lot of favors with our non-district games. But as you look at the district, I'm sure you scoped out who won and who lost and start getting an idea about some of these teams. We talked before the season started about we think we're a team that can make the playoffs. You said here today, do you feel stronger about that, weaker about that, or the same?
Well, I really believe that we got a good football team, and obviously the score at Sheraton wasn't an indication of that. But I know how hard a lot of these kids have worked from last year and through the weight room in the summer and everything. And we've got good non-district schedule from the standpoint of being tested. We're not going to, back into any wins or anything like that. So I think once we get to the district, with the PCMs and, Clark and Davis County and those teams, North Polk and all them, we're going to be competitive. I really believe that. But the thing is, we got to have some confidence. We got to know what we can do and what we can't do. And Knoxville's going to show that. They're going to show us, what we need to work on and what we can do. And, we know we got to come a long ways from practice tonight. It was not very good from an offensive standpoint. And we got to make a big improvement by Friday night. It's going to be a long Friday night again. And I know the fans are getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of it. And, but we're going to work. We're going to work harder than we ever have. And I think we're working smarter than we ever have. But our kids have just got to, buy into it. Hey, let's go play some football and let's show the people. And we're going to have a great evening down there at Paul Johnson. The scoreboard's going to be lit. It's going to be operating. We've got 25-second clocks. I know, I think it was Mrs. Warren was down there tonight, putting some decorations into the fence, and we appreciate that. So there's a lot of people in this community have done a lot of things for the athletic facilities down there at Lakeview, both in the gym and outside on the football field. And, our boys have to realize that this community really cares about their athletics. They really want to see success, and they got to go out and demonstrate that they care too, and that it's important to them to give 100% effort on every play and do the best job they can. And that's all I ask. I mean, if they go out and they play as hard as they can and as smart as they can, and we still end up short on the scoreboard, so be it. But I just want that effort come Friday night.
We got about 3 minutes left here, so we'll a couple of quick questions. Number one, comment on your freshman-sophomore team. Pretty good ball game out of that team. You had some kids. I know Stephen Wardlow, I thought, had a real good night, and a couple of other kids really had strong performances.
I am so proud. I am just so proud with those fresh soft kids, because that program, from the standpoint, we can't go play a JV program. There's no way. I've got 9 juniors, and I've got a group of sophomores, but if they played on Friday night, which everybody's pretty much playing, then we come back and play on Monday night at JV game. And then by Tuesday, they're going to be beat up. And then Wednesday, we'll have a practice. And now we're going to play a varsity game on Friday. So we just don't have the bodies to do it. So we took some of the sophomore kids. We blended them with our freshman kids. And, I had a bunch of freshmen come up to me on Monday at practice. And they came up to me. I didn't go to them. And they came up to me and they said, hey, Coach, we scored probably more points in that game than we had ever scored in 7th and 8th graders combined.
Yeah.
And they said, they said we were competitive and we were in the game. And I told them after the game after Sheridan, I said, hey, you guys got there. Now next week, let's finish it off. Let's get that win. And so it gave them a chance. It gave them a competitive chance to compete in a game on Friday night. And they had smiles on their faces. Yeah, they wanted to win, but they showed that they could compete. And there's a lot of freshman kids that stepped up and kids that I didn't think would, put their nose in there, as they said, and they did it. And so I'm really happy for them. Coach Johnson and Coach Harnish and Coach Mihalovich are doing a great job with them. Coach Maddie goes down and helps them too. And it's fun to see them compete and have a chance to win. And I think that's all the kids would want, And so, I hope they, get better each week. I know they'll have a good test Friday night in Knoxville. They've got a good program right now. They got a bunch of good kids coming through. But I like their chances once we get to district play and playing the teams that we have to play too.
I mentioned Stephen Wardlow and Cody Zapple had a nice ball game, and Taylor McGran had a real nice ball game.
Yeah.
Your whole group did, but those kids stood out to me as really having a very nice football game.
And people got to realize we're playing the same people as we can play. And if I played a true freshman team and a true varsity team with the sophomores and stuff, some of those sophomores wouldn't get this much playing time as they're getting now. And Peyton Moore was involved in that game too, and he had a nice ball game. And the freshman kids too that are on the team, they're stepping up. We get Clay Garrison back this week. His arms all padded up and everything, so we've got him coming back in the mix. And it's just fun to see them play, because they're going to get better as they're playing. And you don't get better standing on the sidelines. And we want to get them in. And like I said, the coaches, the freshmen and the sophomore level, are doing a good job getting kids in, getting kids out. They're kind of getting a taste of it. And, and Coach Kester can attest to this. We've had excellent attendance this year. I mean, we've some kids have been gone for, medical reasons, be an orthodontist appointment or something like that. But they've been to practice and they're getting better each day. And it's a fun team to be around as far as those guys showing up and getting things done. And you want success for them. You want them to have that W in the win column, and so they get a taste of what that's all about. Because once you get the winning, then you don't want that losing anymore. And some of our kids haven't had that winning. And so it's really tough to get over the hump. But I think once we get over the hump, we'll be in pretty good shape.
Big Red football team home Friday night against Knoxville. Let's get a big crowd come out and cheer on the Big Reds. We're at the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to get out of here, but I did, Coach, want you to comment on, you've been around the game a little bit. You've seen a lot of good players. There was a lot of hype on T.J. Hockenson going in. He's going to be a Division I guy up at Iowa. From what I saw, he certainly was what he was built to be. From my eyes, comment on him and your thoughts on how good he can be at the game of football.
Well, he's a good product right now of the high school game. He's got the size, he's got the speed in the hands, which is what Iowa's looking at. He's just going to have to step it up from the standpoint of when he goes up against the Pellas and Norwalks and Carlisles, those teams in their district. It's going to be more physical. Obviously, we just didn't have kids that could be physical with him, and I like to see him when he gets in a physical ball game, when they roll a corner up and they put a free safety over the top, or they walk out a linebacker and they actually get in his face and say, okay, you're not getting off the line. See if you can get that separation and go up in the crowd and grab the ball. That'll be the test for him, and if that's the test for him here at the high school level, when he gets to the D1 level, especially at Iowa with the recruits they have coming in, he's going to really have to, step up his game. But he has that chance to do that, and he has an opportunity to play in the Big Ten conference. And, you got to tip your hat to him because he has the tools, and it'll be interesting to see how he progresses and grows it throughout the season.
Well, that's going to do it for us, for Chad Lee and Josh and all of our coaches. And a big thanks to Maddie Mormon, where she did a great job tonight. We enjoyed visiting with her, and Cherie Lang for stopping by as well. We'll be back next week. Don't forget now, the football games are available worldwide now, as KCOG is streaming 24/7 at KCOGradio.com. So grandmas, aunts, uncles, cousins, anybody that wants to listen from anywhere can do that at KCOG.com. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Until next time.